Hello, 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 my good students. Welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as US Naval Forces. Our total domination campaign beginning to get into the end game now, I think. We do just have the rearmost, northernmost bases to capture now. That is still about 5 or 6 bases. But with the amount of supplies we're getting and the just lack of competition we're getting now from the IGN. We're going to be not necessarily steamrolling the enemy. That would be rather emphasising quite a bit, but we're certainly going to be beelining for these invasions now, just to make sure that we do have something to fight while we're going for this campaign objective. Because recently it's become more of a case of destroying smaller destroyer task forces with the odd light cruiser here or there. We do of course still have both Yamatos and quite a few battleships to deal with, as well as fleet carriers, but the IGN just deciding, nah, I don't really fancy that, mate, don't really fancy that, it put me off. You can take these bases, we're keeping our battleships, you know. You can have Guadalcanal, we're focused on the rest of the theatre. So about it really. I think we're going to once again try and go for Cape Gloucester today. See how that goes. Just make sure there's nothing to go in the way of that, to be honest, apart from of course there numerous planes to deal with that, but I think we've proven we can deal with that beforehand. What I am worried about is the level 5 airfield from Rabaul, because the closer we get there, of course, the more tempting it will be for them to send out things like Bettys and all of their zeros and such to deal with us there. So that's going to be the challenge now, I think. So let's go to the strategic map and have a look at what we can do. Okay, so actually I've not just loaded in the game. This is a couple minutes after I finished recording the previous video, so we actually can't sight any submarines, so a very small tear in my eye there. So what we're going to do is I think deal with whatever the bloody hell this is over here. I imagine it's a destroyer because we can see it. Not too bothered about hitting just a couple of supply ships with our submarines here. I know, you know, historically and tactically it's what really they're for, but I do want to save that for something a bit bigger, just in case that proves to be a little too overwhelming for our forces otherwise. What we're going to do then is, I mentioned in the previous video that we did have a non-aggression pact, little gentleman's agreement with the IGN that we weren't going to hit their supply ships, but you know, bugger that. Pretty much bugger that. If they're not going to send out their battleships, I'm hitting their supply ships, you know. So we're going for that. So let's carry on and do that then. Okay guys, so what we're doing now is we are finally advancing to Cape Gloucester. I think may have timed this fairly well. We set off from Milne Bay at around 2300 hours the previous night, and it said it would take about 27 hours to get to Cape Gloucester here. So that's going to mean we get there just past couple hours past midnight, and we should be able to leave then under the cover of night for a few hours. So what I'm expecting is it's looking like we're not going to get intercepted at the moment. They probably would have sent stuff out by now, but we do still have a few hours left of airtime. We've got 4 hours left, so that's quite a lot of time for us to get into their radar range quite suddenly. So we have brought up the Wasp. We're going to move that to just a tad closer so that we don't have to waste so much fuel with our Wildcats there. So let's carry on. We can of course still see the usual supply ships and stuff about. Once again, not so worried about them. They're not really doing anything. If they're going to ignore us, we can absolutely ignore them. So let's carry on. They do appear to know that our submarines are here. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, they're sending stuff out to have a look, but they're not actually doing anything about it. That suits me just fine. Encounter at Port Moresby, there we go, so they are sending stuff in now. So we've got our normal supply task force at the front there. Let's launch out some Wildcats there, they'll reach that first. Where's supplies? There we go. Launch out some Lightnings from Buna as well. Go none. And supplies there. That should be able to deal with anything coming off of there. Let's carry on and try and get into that then. And there we go, it is very rainy here. We did let some more planes come into contact here, so we have a full range of stuff here. Surprised, yeah, there we go. We can see some Emily's coming in. So you've got our Wildcats right on top of our fast force here with some Lightnings coming in the reserve. So that they can probably actually, I think we get the Lightnings to go straight over for the Emilys and such because they are quite far away. Although we'll see what we can do with our Wildcats first. We do have Torus to begin with, so we can absolutely understand that they're probably going to go for the dogfight to begin with. So the Wildcats, the Vows are absolutely the first targets here for us. They have the greater payloads, and they're going to try and ignore a dogfight and go straight for our ships. So having said that, let's send all of these out, get all of our Wildcats onto these Vows to begin with. Simply don't want to take the risk that they're going to get past our air groups here. Let's go over here. Did we sight any Nels? Not just yet, but we can probably assume they're coming. Bring our Lightnings in to begin with, just straight over our ship. So we're trying to go at full speed there, of course, to get in as quickly as possible. What we're going to do is tell all of our ships then to lay smoke, and then they can turn, that's the wrong button, turn away to begin with, just increase our speed a tad. So we stay in the smoke, but of course get some speed going. And that should be it to press play there. It's a lot of planes, but absolutely expected. I'm hoping these particular ships actually send out some decent flak. That's half the reason I'm guessing them. Might really want to get a couple more in these groups here. Yeah, there we go. We see the Tories trying to go for a dogfight here and breaking formation there, which really does suit us actually. So hopefully we'll be able to get these Vows on a one pass. That's one, that's three down. Excellent. We'll change the targets of these Wildcats then, and you know what, we're going to go straight over to the Emilys over here. Let's go straight over the first four here, like so, and we'll watch, where is the number 5 here? Watch out for these Vows, get some early shots off in case we decide not to. There we go. And is that going to go down on the rear? Not quite. Okay, no worries. Let's reduce our speed here and try and get in on that Vow there. Let's reissue the attack order. And attack there. Excellent, that is going for it. Let's try and get that out. Does look like we're getting some more Vows as we go past there. There we go. So let's just take stock of what we've done. Let's take a report, so actually be a bit easier to visualise that. So we have 9 planes down, so that is all the Vows done. Let's get everything then onto these Emilys, shall we? Let's go, I think we targeted a few of those that. So just really remind ourselves exactly what we did target with the first group. So just the front 4 there, no worries. Let's try and help that out then with this group. Get 2 on 1 as much as possible on this group. And then yeah, we will get the Lightnings on that rear group over here, like so. Get like that. And a couple of Lightnings on this one will do perfectly. Brilliant. The Lightnings are just coming to the rear of our ships now, which is brilliant. We're not so worried about the Tories just yet, because still I've not got around to fixing the invincible plane bug. So that's something we're going to have to take into account when we do go for bases closer to Rabaul, because all of the zeros coming off of Rabaul will be invincible as well. And that's going to be quite the challenge to deal with actually. Not entirely sure how I'm going to work around that just yet, outside of just fully cheesing that. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Going to be prepared to take some bomb hits there, I think. There we go. Yeah, this is why I want 2 Wildcats on 1 Emily here, because just don't quite have the firepower to get the 1 pass off. Really, we should reduce our speed, but sometimes it can be quite resistant to that. That's okay. That's what we were doing with the Vow earlier when we reduced our speed. We had to reissue the attack order there because sometimes you just got to, you know, clean the slate with your orders. Don't know why, it's just how the game works. But we are luckily getting rid of these Emilys very handily there. Really, really good for us. Let's get some shots up. No, not allowed to even force a manual shot there. Interesting choice. Really, really interesting actually. These Lightnings are coming in now for the second group there. It looks like some of our Wildcats have actually changed their attack orders there. It's interesting. Just see, once again, not necessarily allowed to reduce our speed with some of these planes. Try and get some early shots on then, if that's going to be the case. Should be able to get this Emily down, get some decent shots on. Excellent stuff. And we get one while we turn round, not necessarily. Looks like the Lightnings have handily dealt with this group of Emily's, just the one left over here. And there you go, excellent stuff. So now we can start taking the dogfights. And that is going to take quite some time, but not to worry there. I think we'll deal with that very, very nice indeed. Invincible planes, of course, helping us a lot there. It should be quite one-sided, really. Yeah, there we go, some Toru down already. Our Lightnings need to get involved with that then. Let's go for anything over here. Yeah, that's okay. This Lightnings can go up over here. You can go on the flank of they, or already doing so, which is excellent for us. Actually, let's go over to this Wildcat over here. Wondering if these Torres are trying to retreat here. They're very much taking the altitude game. Yeah, I do wonder what they're trying to do here. We'll certainly try and shoot down quite a lot of them if they are going for the altitude game. It does look like they are trying to stick around actually, so definitely trying to get all of them down. And that will do. We have lost a Lightning, which is excellent news. In the name of fairness there. Just struggling, yeah, trying to get onto them though. The Torres will, of course, use their rear gunners to their advantage against the Lightnings at least. How many have we got left? Is it just a couple? Oh, there's quite a few left actually. Decent. Alrighty then, so the only air engagement we had after that was just a handful of Hyabusers. Didn't really want to boy with that, just quite a bland dogfight there to be honest. So we have managed to come in roughly when we estimated that we would come into getting range to unload all of our cargo here. We're going to go with some troops first. Yeah, this is the mixed group. Let's dump those on. And bloody hell, that's looking good already. That's giving me an idea. Why don't we go 2 for 1? Could absolutely go 2 for 1 actually. Really could. If our mixed group with bugger all troops and supplies on it is able to take Cape Gloucester by itself, why can't our more specialised troops and supplies with more on them go for Cape Hoskins over here? Sometimes my genius, you know, it frightens me. It frightens me. So let's take away this mixed group then. And go all the way back down to Milne Bay here. That's going to make it very interesting actually to see at the turn of the day where they send their aircraft. We're going to of course move our Wasp up to make sure our Wildcats can of course help us out there a bit better. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go straight on in. Do see a cargo ship. I can guarantee that does nothing. Guarantee that does nothing. Since we have airtime, actually, let's launch some Wildcats already. Let's not waste any time. Let's put them on AU supplies, since that is our troop carrying supplies. Slightly more important there. And yeah, I promise you this does nothing. You'll look at that. Encounter with Wildcats. There you go. Got that just right. They're sending out Emily's by the looks of it. Let's bloody go. Let's take off. I pressed the wrong button there. Let's put on our radars and go over here. Take off. Fire at will. Should be okay there. Let's increase the speeds of our Wildcats so we do get over. Ooh, that's a lot. They regained all of their airplanes. They've regained all of their airplanes and launched them all at once here. That's just a little. It's a little annoying. That doesn't really encourage you, if you ask me, to sink all of their aircraft. If that's what they're going to do. But okay, so we can deal with it. Can absolutely deal with it. What does it look like they're going with them? We're going for. Can't really tell at the moment. They do have to turn in. So what we're going to do is turn in ourselves. Actually, we're going to turn out with our supply ships. So they have to stay in our A that much longer. Looks like they're going to go for one of the destroyers, really. Let's do that. Lang can turn in a bit, I think, actually. Wildcats. I don't think they're going to get in range to hit these Emilys before they drop, if I'm honest. Might have to let them drop and actually go for the Vals. So that's what we're going to do. How many Vals they have? Too many, that's the question. That's the answer, rather. Too many Vals. Let's go and do the usual. Can't bloody target that one. There we go. Send a Wildcat over here. Like so. And that should be okay. Should be okay for the Vals over here. I might be tempted to send a forward group of Wildcats at full speed over to these Emilys while they decide who they want to hit. We only need to take down a couple just to reduce the amount of bombs coming down. And tell you what we'll do is we'll take off also fire flak and tell them manually to fire at these Emilys just in case they're not. Not entirely sure where these are going. I want them really to turn straight into these Emilys. Where do they go in there? Looks like they are going for this particular ship here, which isn't turning. Brake, turn round, thank you. Yeah, like we predicted there, our Wildcats just aren't going to get on top of this in time. Spawn too far away from our planes. Our planes from our ships. Yeah, there we go. It's not looking good. Not looking great at all. How much you want to bet we lose this one? Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Let's actually stop turning a tad there. Yeah, that's quite some nasty damage there. Very, very nasty indeed. Only 2 bombs hit there, but it doesn't take a lot on cargo ships, does it? Could have been worse though. Could have hit more magazine places, more fires, but that's okay for now. Chase those off so that they don't replenish, don't come back. But looks like we've missed out some Vals here. Let's get as many Wildcats as we can onto that, I think. Who'll be firing us over here? We did miss a few on our one pass opportunity here. Let's reduce our speed. That's not going to work out for us at the moment. Yeah, that's very, very strange that they have to do that. Okay. Let's go over here, take a bit better control of this, get some early shots off onto these Vals. That'll do there. Absolutely brilliant. That was the most threatening group to begin with. Let's go back over here then. Yeah, deal with these Vals. Absolutely. See if we can get on top of them as quickly as possible. See, it's just resisting slowing down your speed there. It's an interesting choice. Great to have the... but then it just doesn't with some other planes. It's a very, very interesting decision there. And again, no, slow down. Do not change altitude. No, okay, fair enough. Okay, what are these Wildcats doing? I really don't want them to waste any more time over here. Let's bring them back over to some of these planes. Like so. Are these going to drop? Does it look like? I think they're going for the yeah, they're going for the dogfight there. There we go. So these valves have been dealt with, so we can just go for dogfights. Oh no, we can't. We do have some more valves over here. Let's bring these Wildcats over then for that. It's just so many strike aircraft. so many strike aircraft. Let's carry on. There we go. Try and get in there a little better. Don't want to just focus the one valve there. Like that. And we'll take a better look at this particular Wildcat. This could have gone better. Could have gone better for sure. Not letting me fire out. That's so stupid. That is absolutely stupid. Doesn't let you just fire out. Don't know why these Wildcats aren't going for the valves. Would be a bit better if they did, for sure. And there we go. Come on. We're going to get two of them. Is he going to dive? Looks like he's going for the... Oh, he's going for the sinking ship here. That's not good. Our engine's pretty much down as well. Come on. We got this. We got this. Fire out. Nope. There we go. He is going down before they dive. So, let's take a proper report on that. Heavy and heavy probably won't go down. Probably won't go down. But we've got a couple cargo magazine compartments destroyed. And the problem with that is that will likely affect how much cargo we are carrying, funnily enough. So it's not going to be a full ship worth of troops there. But hopefully it doesn't make a huge difference. I'd rather somewhat reduced capacity to just a destroyed ship, absolutely. And with the fact that our Wildcats weren't necessarily in the best position to begin this fight, I think we did fairly acceptably well there. As long as that actually doesn't burn down, I think we can take that, you know? And where's the challenge otherwise? Hey, what can we really name a huge challenge that we face in this playthrough so far? And I'm glad it's happening on our supply ships, actually. Just because it will really hinder any advances strategically. The idea of this campaign is to take every base. So if they're going for our primary objective here, that's really the worst that can happen for us. So we need to get rid of all these Toryus now. We're spending a lot of ammunition. We've got 10 Toryus to get rid of now. On what appears to be low ammo for a lot of our planes. This one's actually on full ammo. That's why we're losing things. That's why nothing's happening, is because some of our planes just don't want to fight. Deary dear. Let's increase the speed of this one so it catches up with that Tory there. We did down that one. Let's turn over here. So that, although we do have a few Wildcats on this guy's rear. There we go. Yeah, I think, really, we've made some very quick progress with these Tories. I think this might be the last one. Let's increase our speed to catch up with it there. Oh, it's the High-Officer actually, that one. Okay, okay, that might save us a job in the future of destroying them. It's a bit unlucky that they replened 100% of their aircraft over the one day. Okay, so if this is retreating, we might just leave ourselves because our Wildcats just can't catch up with High-Officers. Just don't have the speed to do so. Is that one going to get that Tory? There we go. Yeah, we just don't quite, even at max speed, have the speed to catch up with this. But it might not be the case here. Might be able to catch that. Not quite. Don't think we hit anything there, actually. No? Okay. We're getting very, very close. So let's reduce our speeds on some of these fighters so we get the turn off. Stop firing there, conserve some ammunition. And that will do it. Excellent stuff. That will be it. No, they have one more left. Should have checked for that. But at least we didn't lose the cargo ship. Let's carry on. I am actually just going to strike this. This is annoying me. This is just annoying me. There we go. Let's do this. Where are we? Where's he gone? Here we go. Oh, it's a wench-old matter as well. The poor little thing. Oh dear. Let's target that. Go straight down. Break, attack, go in. And that would do with that. Can't be seen to be lazy, of course, you know. If a supply ship wants to come this close to our to our bases, you know, this is what it's going to get. Can't just leave it alone, can we? That will go down to those bombs. There we go. Excellent stuff. So, I'm going to return to base of these, bring out some lightnings over here, and they can help with our supplies once again. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay guys, so a few hours have passed. We have had a couple more air engagements, mostly just minor dogfights. This is really the first major contact that we've sighted. This is of course on our way to Cape Hoskins. Cape Gloucester has actually just become under our control now, which is excellent for us. Really, really quick that was indeed. A little bit disappointing not to get the one pass there. Interesting. Reduce our speeds here. Some of these actually already what do you call it? Smoking for some reason. It's interesting. I don't think we've seen these before at all. Looks like they might get the drop on us actually if we don't reduce our speeds and get the turns off here. Might be a little tough here actually. Come on guys, you can do it. It's only a few nails. Come on. Can't let them. What the fuck are they doing? Honestly. Oh dear. Got a couple of them, but that's quite far away from us at the moment. That's one down here. Could we get another at least? Brilliant. Let's start turning away and increasing our speed then with this. It's probably very late here. Let's increase our speed. Yep, that's fine. Could we get some early shots out to try and take that? It looks like it, but I get the feeling these are already going to drop. Yeah, there we go. That's one. That's not likely going to hit though. How's that looking? Can't quite see the stream. I was waiting for that to crash into us, and that would do some damage. Reduce our speed here so we don't turn into that so much. That's 2 torpedoes actually going for this. Come on. Come on. How are we doing with the other groups there? I think we're okay. There is a lot of geckos we're waiting for there. Oh, just clip the paint. Scratch the paint off of our ship there. Do have some lightnings dealing with a handful of howitzers to our rear there. Let's take a quick report then. 17 out of 31 aircraft over here. That's disgusting. Really, really bad there. So let's make sure we change our targets for some of these fighters here. Don't want to group too much. We have recycled these Wildcats from a previous flight. So they are fresh. This is their first, well, the second flight of the day. First after being recycled. Change a few of those over. Change the lightnings to help out as well. Wonder what the geckos are armed with. They are armed with bombs, coming in with low altitude there. Interesting. I've not seen the AI try a low altitude bomb before. What have we spotted there? Just can't quite make that up. Probably more of these over here. It's interesting these lightnings have changed their attacks over here. Let's get on these since we're here anyway. What are they? They are some howitzers coming for yet another low altitude bombs. Very interesting that. Low poundage, low caliber bombs, so they won't do a lot of damage if they hit, but that's only individually, of course. If a lot of them hit, then they will of course do a lot of damage. Let's see, where's this one going? He's not actually got an order. Let's bring him over here. Let's bring this over to this particular player. Might be a bit easier. Might be a bit easier there for us. Try and get that. Come on. show these geckos that they are well and truly obsolete. So that's a lot more planes coming in apparently. What the ruddy bloody hell? Ah, we have zeros now, unfortunately. We are just going to have to avoid these with them being invincible. That is quite the shame, actually. Would like to take those down, to be honest. That's a lot of zeros. How many have we seen? 42 in total. Now that's brought it straight up, and more are coming. No. These are quite likely from Raboul. So we're going to get rid of the geckos and Hyabusas here and then just retreat out, I think, because there really isn't anything we can do against these zeros, unfortunately. It is quite the pain. How are we doing with this guy? We're going to shoot. Going to try and get him. No. Just going to let him retreat. Interesting. That's very strange. How are we doing over here? If they are... does look like the enemy's just retreating as well. I think we might leave them to it, to be honest. Looks like they're doing the retreat where they just go as high as possible. And we've seen that before. And they will not change their course. So let's just leave, I think. And we'll update you when we've taken, I think, Cape Hoskins. We can see what is likely to destroy it over here. That's not going to be a problem with the amount of aircraft we have over our ships. We can, of course, just strafe that down. Be absolutely fine there. It's an interesting choice of aircraft for us on Cape Gloucester over here. Some short-range fighters and some okay float planes there. Interesting to see what we might get from Cape Hoskins. That'd be quite fun. So let's carry on. Well, the enemy just do not relent. Look at all of these planes still coming in from the surrounding bases. I think we're retracting from Raboul and Caviong here, which is rather nasty. So far there's no zeros in this fight, but we don't want to jinx it. We have already issued some orders with our planes over here. We have called in some lightnings from Boona and Port Moresby to back up our Wildcats here. They've been about for quite some time. We can see our lightning's already smoking a little bit from previous engagements. We have had some minor dogfights there, but this episode will drag on forever. Who's meant to be taking this on? Why are we not one past that? It's rather unfortunate, that isn't it? But that is one group of Torus down, which is brilliant for us. Really helps us out there with their tail gunners being so deadly. But what is that we've spotted? There we go. That's the little ship that we've been worried about. That's okay. We have enough aircraft to deal with that. It's nowhere near range at the moment though, so we're just going to deal with these fighters to begin with. In fact, let's get some smoke going already for that. Should be able to stop this from dropping. It's getting very close. Nope, maybe not. But the tonnage, the weight of these bombs here shouldn't be able to do too much over here. Can't really tell who he's going for. I think he's going for this guy. Let's turn around a tad and try and deal with this before he drops. Excellent. Let's have a look at aircraft. So it is just the one Haubitzer over here. So what we're going to do is form up. We've lost sight of that particular destroyer. But that's okay. What we can do is get our lightnings over to that over here and have a look at that. I imagine this guy's dropped. He has. No sign of anything. There we go. Number 7's been hit. Where is that? It's right at the back. And yeah, just some minor flooding on a general compartment there. Absolutely fine. We can deal with that. Didn't actually judge exactly right what was being hit there. But that's okay. Let's form all of these planes up then and try and find that destroyer. It was roughly over here, wasn't it? Can we get a bearing on that ship? 28. If we go over here, roughly this direction, the bearing would be roughly here. Okay, let's bring these planes a little closer then. Bring them full speed, bring them down to strike. And that will do. Full speed once again, bring them down. These lightnings again, bring them down to hit and full speed. And we will turn this around. I'm sure we could take on that destroyer anyway with what we have, surface ship wise, but it's just much safer, of course, to go for the air engagement there. We're not going to get a collision here, are we? Is that it? Is it? Excellent stuff. take these lightnings straight on over. All of them can go straight on over. And strafe that down, no problem there. I'm hoping this will be the last the last threats before we get on to Cape Hoskins. Has been a couple hours, but the enemy once again has been relentless in their attacks, but we've shot down so many aircraft. I think it will just be zeros now. So let's get straight on over to here. Practiced our strafing runs so many times across this playthrough. This should not be difficult at all, especially with the amount of lightnings we've got here. Let's reduce our speeds once again. Tell them to attack here, and this group can do the same. I wonder if this will be a one pass on the destroyer actually. It's such low armour, of course. Looks like a Mutski to me. It's got triple torpedo launchers. Haven't seen many Mutskis about actually. Here we go, so a lot of explosions there. A lot of explosions. There you go, no threat whatsoever. Can you imagine if they bought out a battleship group? That would have been a threat. That would have been a massive roadblock to our plans there. It's critical to moderate, so we are going to have to form up once again to deal with that. Not sure exactly which lightnings we brought over as this group, wasn't it? We formed them up in one big old group. And bring them back round like that. Sure, the fires and that will develop on that, but that's absolutely fine. We can go around and take that on once again. Slow down our speed here. And formed up, let's press attack. Deary, deary, dear. So it's just been a patience game today, trying to get through all of the planes that they've sent at us, like a meat shield. But I was actually very, very surprised to see that there are basically no troops on Cape Gloucester. They've had all of this series to reinforce that. Clearly not expecting us to come this far. But they hadn't been listening to the intros, had they? We did tell them. That should be going down very soon. We did lose a lightning to that, unfortunately. All of the aircraft was shot down, didn't lose a lightning. Lose it to one destroyer. There we go, it is going down. So I shall see you in the future. Well, we made it, guys. After so many planes shot down, finally made it. Let's get our troops on this bloody base then. Incidentally, I don't think, yeah, this damaged one hasn't lost any troops. This one that really did get damaged hasn't lost any capacity either, which is very, very fortunate since we did lose a magazine, or two, it says there, 2 magazine and cargo compartments, which is very, very lucky not to reduce our capacity there. But let's unload anyway. Despite that, let's very much celebrate that and see how we're doing on here. And just as well as Cape Gloucester there. Absolutely amazing there. Really, really proud of that. Just proves that the Japanese don't bother, for all the supply ships they start sending out, don't bother reinforcing it. So the challenge really is just the fact they have so many high-level airfields over here. And you know, it is certainly a challenge. It really, really is. There's a lot to deal with. So of course we are going to retreat out as quickly as possible. Come all the way down here with everyone. There's that one. There we go. And just get out. I think what we're going to do is finish the episode by finally actually capturing Cape Hoskins. We can see exactly what sort of air groups we get on there. Otherwise, it has been very, very, very quiet once again. Just the usual patrols out again. I really want something massive, a big old fleecer action before we do finish this series. Because it is wrapping up now. I'm going to be doing an invasion every day otherwise. So let's carry on. Okay, so once again, just not allowed to retreat here. I imagine these are Nels. What do we have? Oh, we got Betties coming in, and they're armed with torpedoes. Very, very interesting there. Just make sure they are all armed with torpedoes so that we do go about this correctly. That is amazing. I have never been attacked by Betties. This is a first for me. Really, really happy with that. Very, very happy indeed. Let's go straight down, use the usual manoeuvre here. Slow our speeds down, go straight down to their torpedoing altitude if that's the case. like so. Should be able to get in like that. Where are the lightnings? They're quite far away. Let's bring those straight in at full speed and come down like that, and bring this group in to do the same. So we'll dish out some targets once we get closer to these. Did I call them Emilys earlier? They're Betty bombers. I'm so stupid. I swear I just called them Emilys. Yeah, they're Betty bombers. Bloody hell, G4M Bettys. Why am I so stupid? Hopefully they ignite as easily as they did historically. That would be very, very nice indeed if they did. They are all down, aren't they? Excellent. Let's issue out some attack commands then for our Wildcats. Get straight in there. Might want to reduce our speed though when we do get around. Let's do that already actually. Just a little bit so we get time on target and so we don't faff around. Like so. And the second group can do the same. They come in like that. Yep, excellent. It's interesting they increase their speed when you tell them to attack. It's just not necessarily needed. Not all the time, it's not. But with these ones that are further away, I think we'll keep a fairly high speed there. Just because we do want to get in, of course. Lightning still needs to get a little closer there. Yeah, like I said, never been attacked by Bettys, and I rarely use them myself because they don't quite have the range. Like they've got the turret gunners modelled in as well. I've not noticed that on any other planes. That's really, really good. That's some really nice detail there. Are we going to fire at them though? That's the question. Not exactly. We're going to fire at this group. Yep, that's one down. Excellent. Fire at this group as well. Be great. It's brilliant. They do go down fairly quickly, don't they? It doesn't look like they're sending out a lot of tail gunner fire, protective gunnery. Should really have brought these lightnings back around to deal with the first group after seeing that our Wildcats couldn't quite do the job. Should have just doubled up anyway for safety. That's okay. We'll send these lightnings over here, I think, as well. To it says no target. There you go. You fool. And we'll go over for this one as well. Excellent. Where are we then? Let's try and sort this out a bit better. We're going to deal with this Emily. Why do I keep calling them Emilys? They're nowhere near Emilys. They might be big, but that doesn't mean they're Emilys. Oh dear. Yeah, we are getting rid of that rear line there. Just struggling with this first group there a tad. We're going to get these. Yep, excellent. Brilliant stuff. We do. That is everyone. Brilliant. Let's go. Let's retreat out. Goodbye, Bettys. See you later. Well, there we go, guys. It's finally happened after much hardship. Both Cape Gloucester and Cape Hoskins are under our control, which is absolutely brilliant. Do still have to just get rid of some minor defenders, but that is amazing. So what do we get on Cape Hoskins? We get Lightnings, Havocs, Catalinas and Sunderlands. So much longer range support there, which is going to really help us. And now that we have Cape Hoskins in particular, that's going to give us some major sight over the north of the Solomon Sea here. So we should know if there really is anything coming out to attack us now. Once again, it is really only the cargo ships and such over here. It's really, really a frustration that they're not sending out anything massive actually. But there you go, that's just how it is. We are going to leave it there though for today. I think we got much more than our starting objective done, so that is brilliant. I think the next thing on the list is going to be caviaring over here, which is, yeah, I mean, I'd say it's going to be difficult invading it. What's going to be difficult is fighting off all of the air groups coming for us, as per the previous invasions. At this rate, I don't expect they have many troops on there at all. So that for the future, I believe. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope to hear your comments in the section down below. But in the meantime, I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all of your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.